Change of plans. Let me put this up here. I still fully intend to play an adventure game, but I decided to start with something involving a little less thinking. Let me get that ready for y'all. I remember I had the manual and like strategy guide for this game as a kid, but I don't think we actually had the game itself, and I don't know why, so I've never played this before.
Come in. Well, Jack, have we heard anything?
Yes, sir. We've just received a coded transmission from Kessler.
Oh, that man looks like a Nazi. Don't trust him.
Circle.
And?
Both agents have been captured and are being held in Castle Wolfenstein.
Damn. Call a meeting, Jack.
Yes, sir.
Bill, shut up.
All right, gentlemen. Now, what did we miss?
Well, here's what we know. This is Castle Wolfenstein, located in the Harz Mountains of northern Germany, property of Heinrich Himmler. Now, we've known of the existence of Castle Wolfenstein for some time, but we've only recently heard reports from our Kreisau Circle contacts in the German resistance regarding bizarre occult rituals taking place there.
Uh-oh.
Now, these characters are part of Himmler's newly formed SS Paranormal Division, a small but elite group comprised of members possessing above-average IQs and backgrounds with the occult and/or paranormal. The one in charge is this woman, Helga von Bülow. Our Kreisau contact in one of the villages below the castle has informed us that she and other members of the division have been recently deployed to the area. The kraut with the monocle is one Wilhelm Strasse, also known as Death's Head, a brilliant and ruthless scientist who heads up Himmler's Special Projects Division.
Special projects? It's marvelously vague.
Well, we know it encompasses all manner of advanced weapons research, including rocketry. It's also rumored to involve ultra-secret research into chemical and biological warfare.
Charming.
But at the moment, we don't know how it ties in with this massive archaeological dig near Castle Wolfenstein.
So, advanced weapons, rocketry, chemical and biological research. Now, the occult.
Give me 1 second.
Why we sent our boys in there? Jack, what are our options here?
Well, we could send a backup team in behind them.
Or
we sit tight and hope that they can find a way out.
It's your call, sir.
well, looks like we play the waiting game.
Hell no. I did not lie. We will be playing an adventure game. I just want to play a shooter first. Adjusting your cyanide tablet. Sure thing. Oh, that's a good sound.
Come in, Sergeant. Come in. Your orders, Herr Doctor. Go and get the other one. This one is almost finished.
Jawohl.
Now, let's try it again, shall we? Who do you work for?
Interesting. Nope, I don't like that. Oh, that's better.
Yes, 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 yes. Ah, there you are.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to shoot. That was an oopsie on my part. Oh, there's a cake. Ugh. Let me see. Wait, that's just a shortcut. For now, it is. There is actually another game I wanted to play, but I wanted to do something with a little less thinking first. I think I already came this way. Yeah. I did discover that the Elite Force 2, that the part that I kept getting stuck on was literally the last room before the final boss. So we beat Elite Force 2 in like 5 minutes the other day.
The dispatch must go out immediately. Jawohl, Herr Leutnant. Also, you are to inform me at once of any priority messages. Is that understood?
Okay. Stealth is over. I hope that you're having a good evening so far. Hello? Oh, that's interesting. I haven't really seen that before. What am I on? I'm like 15 episodes into Next Generation, and there's only been like maybe 2 actually good episodes. Nope. Now let me decide which of the 2 ones I had prepared that we're gonna look at. I think they're both actually like equally long. Instead of Gabriel Knight 2, I decided to take a look at another classic game of its genre. But let me flip a coin real quick. Oh, that's right. The Steam version is glitchy as fuck. Okay. No, we're doing Grim Fandango. Let me swap to my PS5. I'm a streamer. Been doing this for like a year and a half, and it's still unprofessional. Let me see. I'm glad that you're doing okay. I did actually get the Deep Space Nine game to work the other day, but we're gonna take a pause on that on the Star Trek for now. There we go. This game is considered a masterpiece And it's one of the last games like of this type made before they stopped making games. No, I want a new game. I don't want to. There we go. I'm gonna let that play while I eat my ramen.
Sorry for the wait, Mr. Flores. I am ready to take you now.
Take me? Take me where?
Now, there's no need to be nervous.
Nervous? No. Just your appearance. It's a little intimidating.
Intimidating? Me? But I'm your friend. My name's Manny Calavera. I'm your new travel agent.
I don't want a new travel agent. I want to go home.
You can't go home, Celso. You're dead. But you're not alone. Everybody here is just as dead as you. That's why we call it the land of the dead. Are you ready for your big journey?
No. What journey?
The 4-year journey of the soul. It is quite a big trip. And I can't lie to you, Celso. It could be very, very dangerous. Unless you were to take that money you were buried with and buy a better travel package from us. I mean, wouldn't you rather cross the land of the dead in your own sports car? Maybe try a luxury ocean cruise? Or, if you led a very good life, you may even be eligible for a ticket on the number 9 itself.
The number 9?
That's our top-of-the-line express train. It shoots straight to the 9th underworld, the land of eternal rest, in 4 minutes instead of 4 years. But very few people qualify. Let's take a look at your records. Well, the bad news is the train appears to be just out of your reach, but I still got a couple of tricks up my sleeve here. Yaha! Yes, that's the ticket. The Excelsior line. Yes, she's a beauty. That compass in the handle will sure come in handy, too. Oh, you're going to have a great trip. Wish I was going.
Why don't you? You could give me a lift.
Oh, I can't leave here until I've worked off a little debt to the powers that be.
Community service, eh? Well, I guess there are some folks worse off than me.
Oh, I'll be leaving here soon enough. No thanks to dead and no commission low-life cases like yours, Menso.
Hey, Manny. The boss told me to tell you not to leave early tonight. He wants to talk to you about something when he gets back.
Oh man, that grind is a killer.
Tell Don
Or it
not
would
to
be.
worry. I'm not going anywhere. Especially not with clients like that. Where do they get these guys? They don't qualify for anything good, so I can't sell anything good. Can't work off my time, and I'm stuck. Stuck selling walking sticks to a bunch of burros for eternity. I need better clients. I need a real saint. I need a lead on a rich, dead saint. ¿Qué es esto?
Let's see what we got in the tube.
It's some sort of special work order.
To all agents from Office Manager Don Copel.
All right, you boneheads, thank your lucky stars and get to your friggin' cars. We have a mass poisoning on our hands. Too many dead to assign specific cases, so all clients are first come, first serve.
Oh, a poisoning.
So let's see
Fuck
some
yeah.
hustle out there.
Whatever you say, Jefe.
So yeah, we're a travel agent for the recently deceased.
Nothing in there but my cloak. I'm gonna let it air out some more. I don't want to reread the old files. It'll just make me
And
sad.
we've had better days.
My computer gives me instant access to our data. Here's Celso's file. That walking stick was too good for him.
The better the person you are, the faster that your journey to the eternal rest will take. It takes about 4 years on foot, and it's also extremely
Better take
dangerous.
these cards. It looks like a long day of solitaire for me.
I didn't even see that there was a deck of cards. I haven't thought about Brazil in a long time. Does not save automatically. Noted. Alright, we need to get down to the garage so that our driver can take us to the land of the living, but let's talk to, whose office is this?
Domino's door is locked. Probably scared I'll steal one of his files. Not a bad idea, actually.
Let's talk to the secretary real quick.
Manny, why aren't you at the poisoning?
What poisoning?
The Code 3 gazpacho poisoning that everybody's at but you. Why do I send out memos if nobody reads them?
Any messages for me?
Besides the one about the poisoning?
Yeah.
I only have one other message for you, Manny. I'm not your secretary. I don't take your messages. So get it through your thick skull and stop forwarding your phone to me.
All right. But that sounded more like 4 messages to me. In my heart, though, you're still my secretary.
Manny, what are you talking about? I was never your secretary, even when you were on top. I got one boss, same as you, Don Copel.
Come on.
What?
I know you did.
Ah, Manny.
Where was...
Just...
I gotta go hit the bricks.
I gotta go hit the bricks.
Okay, you show those bricks a lesson.
And since I already know the puzzles for this first part, I'm just gonna mark
Thanks,
these cards
I got solitaire on the computer,
real
Manny.
quick.
Thanks, but I got...
Nope. This is called Grim Fandango.
Manny, what are you doing?
Just marking cards, honey.
Actually, that reminds me, I need to update. It's from around, I think it actually is 2000. So I was, what? I was 4. It's considered a masterpiece for hopefully reasons that will become apparent very shortly. This is the garage that we need to go to. Come on. Manny, get in the elevator, please. Alright, this is the express route to the land of the living, which we're only allowed to visit during Day of the Dead or during, or when we have to go pick up a dead person.
The driver demons operate this somehow, and the company won't tell a salesman how it works. Gotta keep us down somehow.
And we can't go through on foot because people have gone in there or have tried to go through there on foot and never came back. And the salesmen are not allowed to drive the cars because they just escape. So we need to find our driver. Who might be in here?
Hey, service!
Hey, who the...
Oh, hello.
Oh,
You're a
sorry,
big boy.
sir. I didn't expect... Sales agents usually don't come over to this part of the garage.
I'm Calavera. Manny Calavera.
My name's Gladys. I don't get many visitors.
Gladys.
I got a message for a Mr. Calavera. Your driver said that Mr. Hurley said that he could have the rest of the day off.
Domino sent my driver home?
Yeah, wasn't that nice?
Gladys? Gladys? Is that a German name?
Oh, no. My roots lie not in any earthly nation's soil. I am an elemental spirit summoned up from the land of the dead itself and given one purpose, one skill, one desire. To drive! Or to change oil and adjust timing belts if no driving jobs are open.
So this is like partly a comedy, but it does turn into like a noir type thing after a bit. Looks like I need a new driver.
Looks like I need a new driver.
Oh, I would agree with that. Yes, you do.
See if we can get him to be our driver.
Hey, you a driver?
Me? Ha! No. I don't ride them, just wrench them.
You want to be my replacement driver?
Me? Oh, no. Sorry, can't. Rules.
Oh, it's actually 1998, not 2000. I was incorrect.
Come on, Gladys. I need you to be my driver.
No, I can't. I'm too big.
You're not too big.
You're not too big. The cars are just too small.
Yeah, those dang compact cars. Hey, that gives me an idea. I could alter your car just a bit with just a quick torch job to let out the seams, you know?
Oh, hello.
But I'm not allowed to modify the cars without a work order from upstairs. I could lose my job.
A work order, huh?
Yeah. I can't torch anything bigger than a cigarette without one of these signed by the boss himself.
Hey, that's my line. Getting people to sign.
So Manny
Back in
talks
a
about
snap.
having to pay off his debt before he can leave, and I don't know. I don't precisely know what he means by that.
Here is just too small.
But I did just look up, because I don't think I've actually looked it up before, because I was curious. Manny's voice actor, and I didn't expect to actually recognize him. Alright, we need to get that work order signed. I don't think there's anything else to do in here. But this is Manny's voice actor. I've seen this guy before. I didn't expect to actually recognize him. I didn't know his name though. He's been in a bunch of shit. Yeah. Let's try to get Ava
I
to
really need the boss
call
to
the
sign
boss.
this work order.
I'll give it a shot. Mr. Copel, I've got Manny Calavera out here to see you.
Didn't I say no interruptions today?
Sorry, Cal. Maybe tomorrow.
That's too late.
Oh yeah, like you're going anywhere.
That's a good point. Today is also Day of the Dead in the game, which means like half the city is visiting their loved ones. But Manny doesn't have anyone he wants to see, so.
Good afternoon. Ah, the old head of the department. Way before my time. I heard he was a total slave driver.
Manny thinks that they started just siphoning all the good clients away from him so that he's stuck, but that might just be paranoia.
I remember the year they built that. Mostly because it cost so much, we didn't get bonuses that year. Tacaños. The petrified forest Rubacava. Not really that far away, but to me they might as well be on the other side of the world.
Alright, I think that's the direction to the land of eternal
walking
rest.
on the freeway. I shouldn't even be standing here.
It is a dangerous journey. They're already dead, but there are worse things than death. And this place is full of them. Alright. Oh, hey, clown.
Hey, what's going down, clown?
Hey, back off, suit. I'm practicing.
Can I walk through your tent? I want to see the
Let me
parade.
turn that down
Walk
just a
through
tad.
someone else's tent, all right? Do I look like a turnstile
It's just, this
to
game
you?
is just overflowing with creativity. Even, like, what, 26 years later?
Practicing what?
Wringing your neck, what does it look like?
It's impressive that he can make balloon animals with his bony fingers.
Twist me up one of them, huh, fella?
Yeah. Twist this, all right?
But you can't do a cat.
Shows what you know, buddy. I can do anything. I can do birds, amphibians, famous poets. Go ahead. Name one.
Do make Robert Frost.
Robert Frost.
Trying to stump me, eh? Ta-da!
This doesn't look anything like Robert Frost.
Nah.
My scythe. I like to keep it next to where my heart used to be.
Luckily, getting Gladys to be our driver is pretty simple. I just need 2 empty balloons from this guy.
My kid wants another balloon animal.
Jeez, what now?
A dead worm.
Heck. There's no...
That's not what... My kid wants another balloon animal.
Jeez, what now?
Do you have any more dead worms back there?
Well, sure.
Just for later.
Not picking that up.
This genre of, like, adventure game was dying around this time, so this is seen as, like, the last hurrah.
I don't like the way that eye is looking at me.
Yeah. Hey, Kazan. We're just doing some Grim Fandango. This is... Someone tied a
It
rope.
looks like a rope, but it's really just a bunch of cheap ties tied together.
The top of the building. It's Grim Fandango, my guy. It's a classic. Oh, this is the boss's office. He's not even in here. He just set his answering machine to make it seem like he was working.
This place is a mess. It looks like Don's rigged his computer to automatically answer his intercom.
Not now, Ava. Are you trying to lose your job? If you buzz me again, I swear I'll jump out this window. Tell them the checks aren't here yet. Ooh, sign it yourself.
Just auto response here.
Ah, cripes, Ava, just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy.
The other game that I tried to play did not work out, so I figured this would be a fun adventure to go on. Wait, what are you doing? At least that's nice and tidy. Go down the ladder. And now we can go to the land of the living, which is one of my favorite parts.
Eva, I really need the boss to sign this work order.
I'll give it a shot. Mr. Copel, Mr. Calavera has something out here that he says he needs your signature on.
Ah, cripes, Ava, just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy.
You'll have to excuse him, Manny. It's probably a really hard crossword puzzle he's got in there today.
Eva, I'm impressed. impressed. I had no idea you had this kind of power.
Well, we all have our secrets.
Oh yeah, they're smoking all over the place because they're dead already. Our rival gave our driver the day off so that we would be screwed, but we found a way around it.
Por favor. I could have walked faster than this. Híjole, I'm gonna miss the poisoning.
They're gonna get all the good clients before we get there. Hello? Oh, that's our rival.
Domino. Ew, the living still give me the creeps. Bound only by the paper-thin wrapper of mortality, a soul here lies, struggling to be free, and so it shall. Thanks to a bowl of bad gazpacho and a man named Calavera. Look at these poor saps. I can't reap hamburger cow. I have to say, this food looks pretty good. It's the fear of death that makes monsters of us all. Boo. Scaring the living is technically against the rules, but we all do it.
Let's just reap this guy and get on with it.
Nice bathrobe.
But we offer several travel package upgrades if you'd care to...
Cut the yap. I want something cheap where I can get some rest. Now that's it.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know, Manny, I could make this car a little faster. If you wanted...
Yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, slam the front into the weeds, tub the rear end, dual blowers popping out of the hood.
You'll get plenty of rest this way, Mr. Martinez, and you'll be safely padded by the foam created when these two chemicals mix, like this.
On second thought, I want to upgrade my package.
Sorry, Bruno, but you didn't qualify for anything better. But here, have this complimentary mug.
No, wait. Can't you find me something where I can move my legs?
You know I'd like to, Bruno, but my boss is a real hard-ass.
I gotta be a hard-ass when I got lazy sickle wavers like this jolly boy working for me. Manny, you couldn't find a sale at a yacht club.
I got a sale right here.
I'm talking premium sales, Calavera. Like the kind Domino makes.
How am I supposed to make premium sales with the scumbag clients you're sending me?
Hey! Now you're blaming the clients? I've had it with you, Manny. If you haven't bagged a premium before the next sales report comes in, you're out! Out on the street. No job. No way to work off your time. Just your fancy suit and your big smile and a whole lot of time to kill. Who you calling a scumbag? Why, I
will say that the idea of being foamed up in here is terrifying. And at first I wasn't sure that this is something he was actually supposed to be doing to the customers, but...
Fly in here tied to a brick? It's time to take one.
Alright. I have a feeling that he's actually in his office now. Hey! Domino's in here.
It's Domino Hurley, the sweatiest man in the office.
You gotta sweat the cell, Callie, and you know it.
I mean, I would be okay with him being sweaty if he had sweat glands.
Well, at least you're not hitting the bottle anymore.
Hey, Callie, how you doing?
So, how'd you make out of the poisoning? Well, let's just say that Sister Calabaza has a secret passion for trains.
You got a nun?
Hail Mary.
And you sold her a ticket on the number 9 train.
Choo-choo, little buddy.
Oh man, he's doing so much better than us.
Say, how'd you score?
I got a mean midget I had to send parcel post.
Ah, cheer up, buddy. Another day, another death. Am I right?
Well, see you in limbo.
Oh, that's great. We should do this more often.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to be gained by talking to that douchebag.
Look at all the diplomas.
You have to have the proper attitude to get diplomas like those, Manny.
Really? I thought you just had to have the proper postage. That's some premium-looking scotch.
Have some, Manny, just so you don't forget what premium tastes like.
Hey, Dom. What's your screensaver password?
Get away from my computer, Manny.
Desk drawers? I don't have desk drawers.
Yeah, this isn't quite as, you know, as much of a murder mystery as Gabriel Knight was from the start, but I do like it. Of note, apparently this used to be our office until Domino got here, and this is an old storage closet. I don't think that there's anything else in here.
My boss is always giving me these motivational sales books. They bought the farm, now sell them the cows. Stuff like that.
Again, the road to the eternal rest is really dangerous, so a lot of people just prefer to just stay here and eke out a living, for lack of a better word.
I'll never get out of this place.
Hello, sir.
You and your fancy suits and your nose holes way up in the air, sticking your empty beer bottles down the message tubes. How fancy is that? Huh? Don't you boys upstairs realize the tube switcher is a sophisticated and delicate piece of machinery?
Huh?
You think you're better than me?
No.
Good.
They summon demons to handle all the machinery because they don't trust the salespeople. At least these two rooms are open now.
With what? With what?
Let me solve a puzzle preemptively. That's a good example. Well, the guy that made this also made the Psychonauts game that Chris, I think it was 2 years ago at this point. That's the game where you're a kid who goes to a summer camp for psychics. And it had a sequel recently. So these two balloons are filled with the chemicals that make the foam.
This balloon is filled with a dark chemical. This balloon is filled with a light chemical.
Yeah. I will say that Deep Space Nine game got the voice cast for everyone except Cisco and O'Brien. And it's very jarring because Kira and Odo sound like themselves, but then O'Brien starts talking and he sounds like a leprechaun.
It's locked.
And they got Kevin Michael Richardson to be Cisco, who I don't think sounds like Avery Brooks at all, and you can also just tell that it's him. Nah. That Spock was really weird. Okay, we're gonna go fuck up the pneumatic tube system. That is true.
Look out below.
Let's toss that in there too. Speaking of that other game, though, I did rewatch the first Ferengi episode, which is what that which had the Taconian Empire in it, which is what that game was a sequel to. And I remember that because they built up the Ferengi as the new bad guy. So when they actually showed what the Ferengi looked like, I thought it was a joke. I thought they were going to show the real Ferengi later.
Server's down again.
What else is new?
I didn't do it. Yeah, and also because they were presented as like a military power, which just does not make sense with their entire modus operandi. It makes much more sense for them to just be strictly about commerce than... I forgot actually that Armin Shimerman played a Ferengi in that episode, so he was around for the Ferengi from the start. Hey, buddy.
Ah, our cheerful communications maintenance staff is on the job. Hi, I'm not getting any messages. Is the server down?
This is their idea of
Why did they give this demon a
You think
fat
it's
ass?
Funny? I'd like to jam their...
I guess the real reason is why wouldn't they?
Who would do a terrible thing like this?
It's those punks in the mailroom. They think this baby is going to put them out of a job. And they're right.
I also forgot that O'Brien was actually in the pilot episode.
Oh, not again. You trying to blow this joint sky high? That's a magnesium compound fire extinguisher. Spray that on this packing foam and we'll both be riding the giant Roman candle out of here.
What? Why would they put something so dangerous in here?
I guess they didn't expect this room to be full of hazardous waste.
O'Brien has appeared 3 times, I think, and he has still not received a name. He's just like security guy number 1.
I've just locked an open door. Strange, yet symbolically compelling.
Okay, that's so that when the guy leaves, it won't close all the way, so we can get back in there.
Good enough for government work.
I think that O'Brien might actually be the ideal example of an ascended extra, because he went from not having a name to being a main character, and it all felt so natural. It's interesting how much goodwill is built up by just having them continue to show up.
It's held in place by the weight of the door.
Okay, we're trying to intercept a work order or like a client from someone else.
That red tube looks familiar.
And the reason we punched holes in our card is so that we could use it as a key card.
Mercedes Colomar, client number 9308, blah, 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 died of chickenpox, time of death, yada, yada, yada. Aha, positive attributes, volunteered time reading stories to dying children.
Oh, we got a saint.
That's good. That's really good. I think you're it, Mercedes Colomar. I think you're
She reads the dying orphans. She's got to have a ticket.
Pilates, are you loco? What got into
What
you?
the fuck?
That was a company car.
Oh yeah, and it's even better company now. I'm in.
Maybe he'll overlook it if the boss will overlook it if we have a if we bring in a saint. Fuck you, Domino.
Buenos dias.
You're not the nurse?
No?
You're not here to give me my medication?
No, but I am here to ease your pain.
Guess they couldn't save me, huh?
No, but there's still a chance you could save me.
That's a lot of responsibility, Mr. Calavera. What makes you think I've been all that good?
Miss Colomar.
Meche, please.
Meche. I can see it in your face and in your file here, where it says you're entitled to a first-class ticket to... nowhere? What?
Did I do something wrong?
Not according to your bio. It was spotless. At least the part I read was.
I'm not sure I like the implication, Mr. Calavera.
Okay, something seems to be wrong. The system says that she doesn't qualify for any packages, even though that couldn't possibly be true.
Anything about your past you haven't told me?
Quite a bit, considering I've told you nothing.
Mean to animals?
Oh no, I love animals. Once, when I was volunteering at an animal shelter,
Just stop right there. Ever cheated on your taxes?
I've never paid taxes in my life.
Aha.
I've never made enough money to be taxed. You know, it's mostly been all volunteer work.
Uh-huh. Ever cheated on your husband?
Mr. Calavera, there's no ring on my finger.
There's no skin on it either.
I guess you'll just have to trust me then.
Litter?
Oh, Manny, is that the best you can do?
Were you a big shoplifter?
Well, they accused me of it once.
Really?
But it wasn't my fault. That puppy followed me out of the store.
Oh. Did you kill much when you were alive?
Very little.
Never killed anybody?
I have to confess, I never killed anybody.
Not even a teensy bit of killing?
Maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough.
Work with me, Meche. Give me some dirt.
Well, I could do something bad right now, if that would help.
Wouldn't count. Sorry, I give up.
Don't say that, Manny.
Are you sure you're Mercedes Colomar?
Yes. Would you like to see my birthmark?
Ooh.
Sure. Where is it?
It's wherever you guys put my skin.
Excuse me, but I have to go straighten this mess out.
Sorry to be so much trouble, Mr. Calavera.
It's no trouble, but please, call me Manny.
Okay, clearly something's screwy.
I'm sorry I let you down, Manny.
Aww.
Hey, Funny Bones! In my office! Now! You vandalized
Oh, he found
company
out.
property in order to obtain secret information so you could take your illegally
shit.
modified company car and your unregistered driver and run Domino here off the road! all in order to steal a client from her legitimate agent.
There's nothing legitimate about this place. You give all the good clients to Domino.
Manny, now I'm embarrassed for you.
You've embarrassed the whole office. I'm going to call the woman in here so you can apologize to her yourself. Ava, send in Ms. Colomar, please.
She left about 15 minutes ago, sir. She said she had a long walk ahead of her and she wanted to get started.
Walking? She had a ticket on the number 9. Why does she think she has to walk?
That's the best package I could find for her.
Now you see why I give all the good clients to Domino. That woman was a saint and a shoo-in for a double-end ticket that she's not going to get because you just couldn't find it. And now, because of your little stunt, she's out there, on her own, walking by herself through the petrified forest, facing the demons of the underworld, alone and unprotected. This is her reward after a lifetime of hardship and public service? Her destiny stolen by some overreaching salesman looking for a fat commission he didn't deserve! Get in there and stay put until the boys downtown tell us what they
when
want
you
done
put it
with
like that,
someone's gonna take the fall for this, Calavera, and it ain't gonna be me!
I mean, calling the police is kind of a, I do kind of understand calling the cops for this. But the computer refused to give her, like, anything.
It looks like it dispenses something called Philodent. It looks like it dispenses... Ooh, ick. It came out like soft serve ice cream, but judging by the smell, I think it's auto body filler. Hey, is anybody out there?
Oh, hello?
So, Manuel, have you thought about what you have done?
I'm thinking about getting out and getting even. That's it.
The only way out, Manuel, is to be taken back in. If you are truly still loyal to this company, declare it loudly. The management might hear and stick you right back in their fold.
The DoD runs a crooked game, and I intend to prove it.
You would do that? That could cause this agency a lot of trouble.
I'm gonna blow the lid off this place.
Young man, you are an enemy of the Department of Death. Welcome to the club. Salvador Limones and guest.
Oh, hello.
Where are you taking me?
To the headquarters of the...
Oh, there's a resistance all of a sudden.
NSA?
The Lost Souls Alliance. We're a small group, Manuel. We're always looking for new soldiers.
To do what exactly?
We need help in our intelligence unit. You know Eva, of course.
Manny?
I was once a Reaper like yourself, Manuel. But I uncovered a web of corruption in our beloved Department of Death. I have reason to believe that the Bureau of Acquisitions is cheating the very souls it was chartered to serve. I think someone is robbing these poor, naive souls of their rightful destinies, leaving them no option but to march on a treacherous trail of tears, unprotected and alone, like babies, Manuel, like babies.
What's your evidence?
That's where you come in, Manuel. Or should I call you Agent Calavera?
Manny suits me fine. I'm not looking to join any military organization, Sal. I just want my job back so I can work off my time and get out of this dump.
Well, you won't even be able to get out of this city without my help. Which means, of course, you won't be able to find that woman and you'll never get your job back. When you're ready to join the cause, Manuel, come talk to me.
We might switch games shortly. I remain undecided. But I think I got the other one working, which is also just an absolute banger. So, to skip ahead a little bit, the agency is stealing these people's rewards and giving them to people who don't deserve them, but who happen to be rich. So they took that woman's number 9 ticket to give to somebody else, and now she thinks that she has to walk, and now she's out there alone.
I don't get it. Nor do I, Manuel. Not yet.
We also need to ask Ava about
So you're
about
not
that.
really a secretary.
I'm a spy, Manny.
Well, that's the last time we used that temp agency. Ava, you gotta get me out of town. They're gonna sprout me.
You can't leave, Manny. We need access to the DoD computer network if we're ever gonna find out what's going on. And we can't access without a salesman like you. The computer IDs you when you log on.
How does it do that? Fingerprints? I don't have any.
Your teeth, Manny. Haven't you ever noticed your computer scanning your teeth when you log on?
I thought that was just a power surge.
We need your teeth, Manny. We can't let you go. Sorry.
How long have you been a spy?
Salvador recruited me about a year ago. I couldn't resist him. He's just so noble.
I will say that I watched the racist episode of Next Generation because it's like the second or third one.
Doesn't Cabal wonder where you are?
Don and Domino were both locked up in Don's office with some bigwig from downtown. Some fatty in a fez.
Who is the fat man, I wonder? And how does he fit into this sinister puzzle?
Hello?
What are you working on there?
I'm trying to get this radio working so we can use it in the field, but it looks pretty hopeless. Salvador's right. We need good old-fashioned homing pigeons to communicate with our field agents.
You have field agents?
No, it's just Sal and me right now. But someday, Manny.
No. I wonder.
I'm off.
Fight the good fight, babe.
I think something a little more serious, although this did get more real, might be what's called for, but let me check. The racist episode where they meet the aliens that are all black people, that are all Africans, is about as bad as you would remember. And fortunately, the director never worked on the show again once higher ups found out what he had done. Because the script didn't specify like what race these people, the aliens were. That was all the director. Apparently, no. It wasn't until like halfway through filming that they realized what he had done, because the script didn't specify any particular race. I think this will actually be better. There we go. Let me change it to the longest journey. This isn't, we're probably only gonna make it like through maybe a 10th of this game, even in 3 hours. This is a long ass game, but it is a classic. Yeah, let me actually look at a list of, because I feel like there was another episode that I had something to say about.
So, you've come to hear me tell a story, have you?
If you please, we would love to hear one of your stories. You have seen so much. You have lived so long.
Oh, so good of you to remind me of my age, child. No, don't worry. I am an old woman, but I've lived a long and fulfilling life, and I do have stories to tell. Which story would you like to hear?
A true one. A true story.
All my stories are true, child. There are enough fairy tales in the worlds already. There's no need for me to make up more, believe me.
Tell us the story of the balance, then.
You want the story of the balance? Oh, that's a long story, child, and not one I'd venture to tell at this hour.
Before we get super into it,
story that I heard a long time ago.
I just want to say real quick, something that I did not remember about the racist episode is that the African warlord guy who kidnaps Tasha, she actually says that she finds him attractive in like a primal, primitive sort of way. That's almost an exact quote. So, like, this script is garbage, but it was not the one that made these people all black. It's so fucked up. Hang on, let me see. Because Troy, like, gets her to admit that she finds the guy attractive. Like, this is after she's been kidnapped. Yeah, it is. Is like, what the fuck? And this is what I mean when the shit, like, it's horny in not like a fun way. It's in like, I think I need an adult. And that's not even getting into Tasha's backstory. Where she, like, was, like, where it was nothing but criminals and she had to evade, quote, rape gangs, unquote. Watching it this time, I understand why Denise Crosby was happy to leave. They did her so dirty. So let's return to the game.
A story that became a crucial turning point in the history of the balance. And that set in motion wheels that to this day are still turning.
Please, yes, that does sound like a story we'd like to hear.
And I blame a lot of the horniness on Gene Roddenberry.
All good stories.
Because there's a lot of behind the scenes, like, anecdotes to back that up.
In a realm that is no more.
Oh fuck, I just remembered. I just remembered that you see a penis for a second in this game. I think brief nudity is fine on Twitch if it's part of the game. I remember I played this on YouTube years ago and I completely forgot. It's like Dr. Manhattan nudity. It's not it's not anything crazy. Actually, Dr. Manhattan nudity was crazy now that I think about it, but there it is. I could probably get away with that. This is the game that I was trying to play at first. Meanwhile, in Blade Runner, it's not quite as cyberpunky as something like Blade Runner, but there is some cyberpunk.
No. Don't tell me I'm dreaming again. You know, for once, just once, it would be nice to have a decent night's sleep without waking up screaming from a bad dream at 4 a.m.
That's too much to ask for, lady.
Postcard pretty. Real life never looked this good.
Our name is April.
In my undies. That's so not appropriate. Real life never looked this good. What's happening?
Uh-oh.
Oh, perfect. I guess if I don't do something to save that egg, I'll suffer 7 years of bad karma or something.
I'm guessing we can't just grab the egg.
It looks reptilian, but it can't be. It's much too big and I don't much care for reptiles.
Wait a minute.
Did that sound come from the egg? Boy, that's some chick. I don't think I can get a good grip on it. It's too big and slippery and I might drop it by accident.
I'm very sorry that April had to come here in her underwear. And I just noticed that this hand is missing a finger. Let me turn this bigger so that you can see that better.
It's as dry as a bone. It'd probably snap right off in a second. I'm an artist, not a botanist, but I'm pretty certain this tree is dead, or close to it. I'm in my undies. Something happened to this rock quite recently, and it probably altered the course of the stream. Hey, maybe that's why the tree's dying.
Is it? Oh, I guess it is dying.
Something happened to this rock. Fresh mountain water. Back in the real world, they'd probably charge $15 a bottle for this.
Hmm. What?
Oh, the suffering we must endure.
Treebeard?
What?
Why do you take such pleasure in torturing us?
Torturing you? Who are you?
We are the voice of all trees, the spirit of wood and leaf.
You're a talking...
I speak for the trees.
No, what
the trees say, shut the fuck up.
At least not in your tongue. The tongue of trees is the language of wood, root, and leaf.
Who are you then?
Like we said, we are the voice of all trees. Whenever an injustice is done, we must speak for the tree if we are present.
It's the branch. I shouldn't have broken the branch off.
Oh, what does it
She's
matter
adjusting
anyway?
very quickly to this.
There's nothing more to be done for us. We are simply here to provide comfort in the final passing to Earth.
We? I only see one of you.
We are one with our host, as we are all one spirit, but legion.
Yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
We do not expect you to understand. You are human.
What happened to the tree?
What happened to the tree?
Oh, the pain. As the battle raged, we...
Battle?
Between the Mother and Black Chaos. She was only protecting her child, but it would not back down, and the force of their battle shook the mountain. The brook that fed us was led us...
What's the deal with the egg?
What's the deal with the egg?
Egg? What egg? Oh, of course, the child. Whenever the mother was absent, we were entrusted with the safety of the child. But now, withered and without strength, we can do nothing.
She definitely took something.
We have failed the mother, and we despair.
Or this is one of those I slept too long dreams.
Who are you again?
Our time is...
What about the egg?
Oh, it is too late.
Are you always this glum?
We are here because...
Isn't there anything I can do to help?
Oh, we do not expect a human to come to our aid.
Lose the attitude, okay? Just tell me if there's anything I can do.
It is futile. We need water, but there is none. Not after the brook changed course.
I'll find a way. Don't panic.
We do not panic. Unlike you, we accept our destiny. If, however, against all odds...
It's hard to say at this point.
We will carry the child safely back into its nest. Do not make
While we try to figure out how to get the egg.
It would spell certain misery.
I will say that there's kind of an inconsistency in the lore when it comes to the holodeck. Because in early Next Generation, it's pretty explicitly laid out that like the holodeck is like brand new technology. Because basically everyone who comes onto the Enterprise is like wowed by it, but later stuff like Voyager kind of contradicts that. Maybe there's been nothing as advanced as their holodeck before, but... Okay, so I think what we need to do is we need to feed this stream over to the tree so that it will get strong and can save the egg. Yeah, but I'm speaking in... what I mean is I'm speaking in terms of hollow stuff being Actually, yeah, I don't know how long the holosuites were on Deep Space Nine, but like Tom Paris mentions having a program that he played as a kid, and the animated series actually has a holodeck-esque recreation room. I think there's only like 5 patterns you can choose from in that recreation room, but it's kind of similar to the holodeck. Although at the time, I don't think the animated series was meant to be canon.
I'm not entirely certain what grand purpose this is supposed to serve, but it sure looks like I know what I'm doing.
Okay, I think we need another branch.
According to the, spirit, there was some kind of battle that split the rock and changed the course of the stream. This is interesting. I've never seen a scale this size before.
Let me move
I'll keep it as a souvenir.
Well, don't just steal scales, but we can actually use it for something.
This should do the trick.
Hope that her reward for saving the egg is getting to put on pants.
Talk about instant rehab. Hello? Hello?
Leave us be.
Are you okay?
We find our strength returned, and so we have no time for idle conversation. We must drink and rejoice.
Aren't we forgetting something?
Hush, listen. The song of ancient wood. Is it not sweet?
Sweet, definitely. Yeah. The baby's probably ready to boogie down as well.
The baby. Oh, the egg. Thank the earth. We almost forgot.
Uh-oh.
Did it? Okay. Woo. That's probably a dragon, so I don't want to piss off its mom.
What? What was that? Uh-oh.
It is you. You have come.
You know me?
April, daughter, I have been waiting for you.
Waiting? Why?
Because it begins here, with you, as it always has.
What do you mean?
The breach and the mending, the pain and the joy, the end of the old and the dawn of the new. A different world. I am the mother of what is, but you are the mother of a future that may yet be.
How will I know? How will I know what to do?
I will guide you, and I will protect you as much as I can. But in the end, you are on your own.
I'm afraid.
You always were, my child, my daughter.
This is probably not a good thing.
Hello. Are you the nothing? Why did her eyes get all big?
What a nightmare. I'm completely exhausted. I must have been tossing and turning all night. It's so hot in here, too. No wonder I keep having these weird dreams. I've basically been simmering in my own sweat every night this past week. Doesn't look like it's gonna cool down anytime soon, either. It's another sunny day in Newport.
Okay. I don't think that there's ways to die in this game.
Well, it's a good thing the studio's got proper air conditioning. I promised myself I was gonna spend most of the day working, and I don't intend to break that promise. Not this time.
Are we gonna put some clothes on? Or
Alright, so my wardrobe's sort of chic deficient, but I can't afford to be cutting edge. Useful, practical, when fame and wealth come knocking, I'll buy a wardrobe. I could only carry one suitcase with me when I left home. There was so much I would have loved to bring, but c'est la vie. At least it was a clean break with my past.
I will say that the first...
I guess when all my hard work starts paying off, I'll get a house and fill it with all kinds of new junk. The past, who needs it?
Okay, I got scared by this thing. What is it?
It's Constable Guybrush, my toy Oh, ape. He doesn't much like being called monkey.
Hello? Oh, hi.
Hey! You! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey!
Mildly amusing, but irritating as hell. I'll shut him up now.
Okay. Why is his eye clickable?
The eye came loose. Poor Constable Guybrush.
Oh no.
Sorry, Guybrush, but
Why
I need
can't
to
you
borrow
just have
your
a
eye
teddy
for
bear
while.
like a normal person? Alright, I want her to get dressed. But she doesn't seem to want to. I will say that the first holodeck episode is wild. Like, the holodeck works very differently in that episode compared to later ones, and you could say that it's just because they adjusted the programming. I don't think it's actually a continuity error.
I'm part of the should be reading more but life's too short generation. We embrace our illiteracy. The last book I read was How to Seduce the Man of Your Dreams. Now, if I can just find a man to dream about, I'll be all set.
Also in that episode, Picard calls a bridge meeting just to talk about the holodeck adventure he just had, which is like wildly inappropriate. Yeah, Dixon Hill.
It's a rubber ducky, helplessly trapped under that rusty old grill.
I don't know what we would need a rubber ducky for,
It's
but
a seagull. Poor guy looks quite hungry.
this is a really like shitty venue for an apartment. Guess we'll deal with that later. But one of the weird things about it is that the characters actually like notice that Picard is dressed, because he's in his uniform. They actually notice that he's dressed weird, and they like notice the weird stuff that goes on. When in later episodes, possibly because of the events of this one, they're programmed to not notice stuff like that.
That's my desk, so theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work. I think my muse has departed me for greener pastures, though, because lately, inspiration's been fleeting at best. I had to borrow some posters from the cafe, because I just can't afford to buy any of my own. When I think about it, it's so depressing.
What is in our inventory?
It's a picture of Charlie, Emma, and me in Florence Park. Marcus took it about a month ago before it got real hot.
What's in our diary?
There's a loose sheet of paper in here. Hey, it's my timesheet from the cafe. I completely forgot I put it in here. Good thing I found it, because I'm broke.
And you need to take better care of your worksheet.
I've been keeping a diary intermittently since I was 5 years old. Not the same one, of course. I started this one, I think, April of this year. It's my diary. It's my diary. It's my diary.
Can we read it, or? What is that card? That's a cash card.
That's my work. It's supposed to be a portrait of my life study teacher, but I think he might disagree.
I do remember it's a plot point in this game that in this future, like being an artist has become obsolete. And I remember the first time I played this, I thought that they got that wrong, but now in the age of AI, maybe they were onto something. Where? We just gonna leave?
I'd better head over to the studio to do some work. Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
I've been trying to get you dressed, girl. You deserve better.
Hey, babe. Babe, you're looking real sexy today.
Do I know
Zach,
you?
Listen, I've got to run, and...
What's going on, April? How you been?
Oh, that's a Zach haircut if I've ever seen one.
I don't really have time to hang around.
Then how about hanging out with me tonight? A few raptures, some hot dancing. Did I tell you I got a VIP pass to the pavilion? Those things are hard to come by, babe.
Let me think about it.
So think about it, babe. But don't keep thinking too long or I'll be gone. There are other birds in the sea, you know? Gotta go.
Fucking Zach.
What an asshole.
Yeah. When he opened up with "you're looking real sexy today," I thought for a second that, like, oh, he must be her boyfriend, but no. Give me, like, a minute to use the little person man's room. I don't think so. I'm sure that at some point we could we'll get to smack him, assuming he shows back up. Charlie. What is that?
Charlie's apartment. His place is twice as big as mine, with a private bathroom. And a huge bed. I guess he likes his creature comforts. Nobody home.
Like a computer.
It's a fact, as in F-A-C-T. Free access terminal.
They didn't predict cell phones, though, I don't think.
Computer.
Voice interface is not installed. Please use the touchscreen interface to communicate with this free access terminal.
That actually is kind of real.
Oh, okay.
Why not consider a very reasonable upgrade? In addition to a voice interface, true holo
Only
display
$2 per
technology
month
and Instacredit
extra.
compatibility.
No, I'll just use my hands, thanks.
You are missing out on a great opportunity. If you upgrade now...
Hold on. You understood that. You have a voice interface installed already. Why would I pay to have another one
That's
installed?
actually really real.
Current voice interface is for sales purposes only. If you take advantage of this very affordable upgrade today...
No, really. This terminal doesn't belong to me.
Noted. Please refrain from voice communication in the future, or you will be reported to the FACT FUB and charged for processing time.
FUB?
Fair Use Bureau. They are authorized to carry deadly arms.
Well, whatever. Sorry.
That's not far off from where we're at. I don't think we even really had a reason to use the terminal. I hesitate to call it a flaw, but a big thing about this game is that there's a lot of dialogue that you can get into, and 60% of it doesn't matter. I'm not going to call that like a negative, because it that sort of thing can be really... Well, it's Siri if you had to pay to use Siri. If you had, like, if you had to pay like 50 cents for each use of Siri, but all the dialogue can serve the purpose of sucking you into the world.
San Francisco. I'd love to go there someday. Someday soon, hopefully.
Be considerate.
Be considerate. Common Room Duty Roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Common Room Pizza and Movie Night, Monday, July 31st. Common Room Duty Roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy, manual labor. I'm sorry, but big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day.
Interesting.
Look, it's Monkey Boy.
April, don't say that.
Look, it's Monkey Boy.
April, please.
Annual summer blowout at the Fringe Cafe, Friday, August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food, live performances by Royne Dale, Harlequin Masquerade, The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar, $10 only. Spread the word. Common Room Duty Roster.
Is she just looking at like a video postcard right now? Lady, are you high? Tell me the truth. Yeah.
Morning, Fiona.
Well, this is written by a dude,
darling.
so that's
You're up early.
that's very.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
Are you feeling
That
all right?
very
You
much
look a
feels
little
that way.
pale.
I had a bad nightmare.
Again? Well, you're not the only one, darling. Mickey woke me up screaming in the middle of the night. She wouldn't go back to sleep until I made her a cup of herbal tea.
Nightmares?
Apparently. but she refuses to tell me what they were. I think she's embarrassed.
That doesn't sound like Mickey.
I know, darling. Don't tell her I said so, but I've never seen her so agitated in my life. She scared the hell out of me.
I don't know why I have nightmares.
Oh, yes.
God, don't ask.
I think you work too hard, darling.
No.
I'm an authority on the subject, darling. Ask Mickey. She'll tell you I don't lift a finger around the place unless I absolutely have to.
Okay, so this is like our landlord.
Where's everybody this morning?
Mickey's tied up in the basement. Mind you, she's not literally tied up, of course, although that is a tempting thought.
Ma'am, it's like 8 in the morning right now.
Are you getting into your sexual fantasies here, Fiona? Because it's a little too early in the morning for that, don't you think?
Sorry, I just can't help myself. Anyway, the plumbing is... You probably noticed when you took a shower, yeah? There's no hot water. So Mickey's working on that. Getting knee-deep in putrid canal water is her job, thank God.
What about Charlie? He up yet?
No, he's still sleeping, and Emma just went to bed. I saw her come in when I was making breakfast. Do you know who she's seeing now?
I don't know. Some guy?
Those lads I see her with, darling. She's too good for those assholes.
Let me
She
look
should
it
find
up.
herself a man who'd treat her right for once.
She hasn't had much luck with love, no?
She's a magnet for creeps, and she's so pretty. They prey on her, you know.
Let me look up something.
bastards.
I've tried to talk to her about it, but Emma's impulsive. She doesn't listen.
She's just as headstrong as you and me, darling, but I'm sure she'll be all right. She's smart and resourceful, and not afraid to speak up for herself.
Alright, it's the 23rd century. According to the wiki. So, at least there's that. And we're on the west coast, so I don't know where this lady came from with her accent.
Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather?
You joking? Bollocks to that. I'll stay inside until September, thank you very much. It's too bloody hot.
It's like,
I'd better get going.
Off to school.
That
yeah,
is
there are no more
the
classes
original
this
series
semester,
era.
but I have to finish my painting by next Thursday.
For what it's worth, darling, good luck. And don't work too hard, all right?
This does remind me, I'm in Arkansas for the purposes of this joke. It reminds me during my one semester at college, like the girl, I think the girl in the dorm across from me was Australian, and I really wanted to like ask her what she was doing in Arkansas, but I realized that was mean, but it was perplexing.
We have a nice view of the bridges from this window. I love this mural, even though the motif is a little trite. I mean, fairy tale forests and magical dragons? Still, it's pretty. I wonder what happened to the artist. Probably making a bundle from cheesy fantasy calendars and book covers.
Probably. We're not going to talk to that homeless guy right now.
Oye, señorita.
Yes?
How are you this morning, señorita bonita?
They didn't have to model her ass like that.
Hot.
I see. The summers in Newport are never pleasant. And it will get worse before it gets better. They say there's another heat wave headed our way.
Yeah, so I heard.
We did.
So, you gonna be all right?
The school that
You
I
don't
went
look
to
dressed for the
did
weather.
have one of the best like
Is it
environmental science programs in the country.
Sunshine and pretty senoritas give an old man like
Believe
me
it or
a
not.
bruise.
So
I like my days
there was a
cold
decent
and
amount
friendly.
of
In
people
fact,
who
I think I prefer the world to be in black and
who
white.
really should have better
Like an
places
old
to
movie.
be, but it's a
Like
a
all
good,
good movies.
program
But
at
tell
school.
me, Senorita
So
Ryan, how would you describe your perfect day?
Cold and rainy like yours.
Está bien. We are alike.
I don't
you
like it
and
when
I.
it rains, but I prefer
But this
I
heat is
prefer it
not
when
why
it's
you are
cold.
unhappy, no? You are trouble, my nightmares.
Vastly
What?
prefer it being cold to being too hot.
You are afraid of them. You even fear your dreams may be real.
Who
What
told
the
you
fuck?
about my nightmares?
No one. I can tell from looking into your eyes. I see the ghosts that haunt you.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but from now on, stay the hell away from me in my personal life.
No puedo, señorita Ryan. You have a destiny.
Destiny? I don't care what you think. Just leave me alone.
If you don't face them, I'm afraid your nightmares will continue. Soon they will appear to you even when you're awake.
You need some serious help. You know
that's
that?
exactly what I was thinking.
We all do, April. That's the reason we are here, you and me.
That's it. I don't have to listen to this.
Perdóname.
I don't think they should have
I
called her
upset you.
April because that just makes
We
me
didn't think you'd
want her
react
to
this
meet
way.
Ninja Turtles, and I feel
I
like that's
hope
not going
we
to
can
happen.
talk again soon.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Please, think about it. And señorita, cuidado. Be careful.
I mean, I'm sure this guy knows something about what's going on, but I feel like there's like 100 better ways that we could have presented it. Is in our inventory.
Found. A gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona. I did lose a gold ring a few weeks ago. I hope this is the one. I'll have to ask Fiona about it.
Noted.
It's a matchbook from the Fringe Cafe.
Matchbooks definitely seem like something that they would have gotten rid of by the 23rd century.
I saw this note on the corkboard.
This feels like it's like 2030 at
I
best.
think the ring might belong to me.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but could you describe the ring?
Sure thing. It says Sweet 16. My dad gave it to me. I think it was the only birthday of mine he remembered, or at least acknowledged.
Yes, that's the one. I found it under the sofa when I was vacuuming. Here you are, darling.
Thanks. It's not worth much, but it's got a certain sentimental value for me.
It's a very pretty ring.
Yeah, it is. My dad never gave me anything pretty before or since. You know what's strange? I don't hate him. He's a bastard.
Why?
Because he doesn't know how to love. He can't love. God, I'm glad that life is behind me. I hope I never have to see him again. No, that doesn't sound right. I've made a choice.
Okay. Thank you for that backstory.
It's a pretty mirror.
Save. I don't think we should fuck with the alarm. So before we leave, it's our job to do. It's our turn to do maintenance, which is probably part of the reason that rent is so cheap is that we have to also help do maintenance around this fucking place. Let me save in case I like blow this up or something.
That cable's been ripped in two. The cables are too far apart to tie them back together. Looks like a big piece of cable was torn off.
Do we have... I wonder. This, I mean, she just talked about how the ring is important to her, but this does seem like the sort of thing that this game would make you
I
do.
hope it doesn't melt or anything. It's alive!
She probably just could have asked Mickey, the repair girl, for, like, something. Let me save again. I haven't thought about that Australian girl in, like, years. I forgot all about that. Okay, that's...
Oh. It seems the clamp served a purpose after all. What a surprise.
Yeah, that's not an ideal solution.
I guess that's a pressure gauge. It's at 100. That's percent, I guess. 100% pressure? It won't budge. The pressure's probably too high.
Huh?
What a mystifying contraption, and completely absurd. What are all these valves and wheels and thingamajigs for?
I mean, if they want us to, like, help
serve?
fix shit, they should probably tell us how to fix shit, or, like, what it even is. This is like when my dad asked me to, like, look at his computer while he was out of town, because he assumed that I would know something. And I was like, it appears to run on some sort of electricity, and that's all I got.
The water tank's full.
Contrary to like stereotypes, my dad is very much more tech savvy than I am. Or at least when it comes to specifically computers.
It won't budge. The pressure's probably too high.
I would definitely not want my tenants touching this diabolical device. This also does not feel like very 23rd century to me. Oh, and let's get our ring back.
I'm not leaving my gold ring. Somebody's going to have to replace that cable eventually. What a mystifying.
Let's avoid talking to Cortez again. Hello. Let me check again. That's what the wiki said. Did you? Whoa! I wasn't. I was looking at something. I didn't see. Did he just kick me in the gooch? What the fuck was that? I was looking at a walkthrough. Can we get to the? There we go. Apparently this game was 1999, which was just a great year for media in general. Wild Wild West was peak movies.
This guy's out here all day long, all year. He never stops painting. Ever. And I doubt he's ever finished even one painting.
And there's a bunch of, like, ominous people just standing around. I got into like an argument, well maybe not an argument, but a discussion because I got recommended a bunch of Star Trek quote-unquote analysis videos. And it's just people who are bad at media literacy, and they confuse personal interpretation with intention on part of the author, which is a pretty common problem for like YouTube videos. And I've gotten into that discussion before because I don't really watch like stuff from people that I don't personally know anymore. A lot of the like reviews that I watch are from people I know, like such as Chris Herman. Like, if I don't know you, I have no reason to care about your opinion. Something's in the trash can. Let's take that shit.
Why would somebody toss out a perfectly good work glove with just one big hole in it? What a terrible, terrible waste.
April, you sound like my mom. There is such a thing as being too frugal. I don't care how much money you're saving if you're living like a hoarder. Alright, I assume that we just use it on here and we do some painting. Hey, wait a minute. That's the dragon that was in our dream. I only just now noticed that.
Hiya.
Emma? Hi! I didn't expect to see you here today.
Me neither. Are you?
Nah. Well,
I have an important...
From whom?
Yeah?
Believe it or not, girlfriend, but it's from Cortez.
Excuse me?
He said to tell you that he wants to meet you. These are his exact words. Where children visualize their dreams.
Is she trying to hook me up with
Visualize
Cortez?
dreams? What's that supposed to mean?
Me?
Did he say anything else?
Nope, that was it. Why does he want to meet you?
Oh, yeah, we're eloped.
How romantic. I couldn't have...
Did he talk to you?
No.
I don't know.
There you go again with dreams. You're...
And a dragon is just a dragon.
What's dragons got to do with it?
A dragon.
I'm gonna regret this.
Well,
I think we established that already. You had a dream about a dragon.
Not just any dragon.
Yep, we've been through that. What? You could tell from this.
Don't mock me, Emma.
She probably said time to...
If you don't want to take my dreams...
Is that a problem?
Like you're in any position to make fun of my dreams? Have you looked at your sculptures lately?
Oh, that's low. I'd punch you out if I wasn't so hungry.
I'll drop by after.
I'll be there for...
I want to see what she has to say about the dragon now. Is that her sculpture? Because that is a big coincidence.
Who's there? Okay. That was not a dream, I think.
He just wanted a high five, I think. I mean, it's not that dissimilar. I mean, I give all my friends shit, but I was talking about, I don't watch a lot of, like, media analysis on YouTube for several reasons.
Emma's really good with the holosculptor, and her imagination is so vivid. Good thing we're best friends, or I might... Those sketchbooks belong to some of the other students who share the space. I'm way past finger painting. I can only think of two things more depressing than a blank canvas. Death and taxes.
Well, I wanted to look at the finished painting, but one of the reasons that I don't watch media analysis videos is because, again, I don't really care about randos' opinions, but also it's a lot of the ones that I see around, they either don't tell you really anything that you couldn't find out by just looking at the wiki, or it comes with this really pretentious attitude of like they're telling you that you were watching a piece of media wrong.
Nice hair color.
Girl, why do you have to make fun of her hair? And I think it also just, a lot of the media analysis videos that I see around just kind of expose that media literacy is becoming a big problem. I also do not, yeah. It's a pretty, yeah. Also, at a certain point, for example, when She-Hulk came out, I didn't actually like She-Hulk that much, but I was reluctant to look at criticism of it on YouTube because so much of that criticism is being made in bad faith, and I don't trust myself to be able to sniff out bad faith criticism. I probably am smarter in that regard than I give myself credit for, but I would just prefer to not have to sift through it at all. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, we were going to the cafe. Hang on, do I have that picture? This is gonna be worth pausing for. Do I still have that picture? One of my friends and one of my pals in a Discord I'm in, he uses incognito mode to look at a bunch of those kinds of videos, not realizing that incognito mode isn't actually anonymous. So he just keeps getting recommended it to him, but he just likes to keep an eye on what's going on in the chud space. Yeah. Let me see here. There we go. I will read out some of this. I have no clue what channel this is even from. Most annoying trope in social justice writing, lack of meaningful consequences. I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you. Walters is wrong, but written as correct. Actually, let's make that tiny while I talk about this. That's a pretty good, like, just example of what all of those videos look like. It's actually crazy. So that quote is about how, as a woman, Jennifer Walters has to control her anger, because if you get emotional for even like a minute, you're just written off as a crazy bitch. And that actually is correct. So I don't know why that guy thinks it's not. What? Are those people making out?
I think people should have the good sense to do that kind of stuff behind closed doors. At least as long as I don't have a boyfriend.
That's a good point. Hello? I thought he had like Klingon head ridges for a second, that guy. I think it's kind of just like a really meh show. I think it's hit or miss.
That's my good friend Charlie. He was the
I get what they were trying to do, but I don't think
and I love him
that
dearly.
Disney is going to let them go as far with the feminist angle as something like that needs to.
Hi, Charlie.
April, nice to see you, girl. You know, I came to wake you this morning, but you had already left. Early bird catches the worm.
No, early bird finishes the damn painting on time.
Well, the like her repressed anger at like the injustices that she has to face as a woman is like stated as the reason why she doesn't have any trouble controlling her Hulk form. And I don't really know how you like interpret that as being incorrect. How's work
going today?
Aside from the trouble with the plumbing, everything's been peaceful. Emma's here with Marcus and Isabel. Other than that, I mean, it's been a quiet morning. Everyone must be home out of the sun, yeah?
Or on holiday.
Perfect time for it, too. The city's just boiling in July, and it gets even hotter in August. You should have stayed out in the country until the autumn, girl.
It's
cooler out
July.
there,
That's my
yeah?
birthday month.
Yeah, the summers were cooler back home.
Oh, happy Pride Month. I forgot to say it at the top.
It got so hot sometimes.
I forgot to put a flag up on the screen.
My father worked as a volunteer fireman, and sometimes he'd borrow the old truck from the garage. He'd fill it with spring water from the river up in the hills, and then he would hose me and my sisters down with ice-cold water. We'd laugh and scream and run around, and the funny thing is, his eyes light up on those days.
Have you seen
As a
Do you have...
Maybe in...
I don't think...
Then I don't...
Do you know...
No, but he's...
Poster next to the jukebox.
Thanks.
Anytime.
I have to get...
Take care. Remember, you're supposed to get paid today. Stan's not gonna remember unless you...
Okay, we gotta bug him about getting paid.
I'm sure Stan won't notice if I dig gently into his supply. He's got crates of these in the back.
What the fuck? What? Oh man, I was drinking something. I was not ready for that. But it's also just kind of the typical thing of whenever someone is trying to deny that, like, deny that there's like prejudice against certain groups, they usually just resort to saying slurs. Like, I remember there was this YouTuber that was talking about how, as a black woman, she has been treated poorly by other like YouTuber friends of hers. And if you actually go look at the comments, it's full of the N-word. There's just nothing but. Which I don't think is a good way to dispute the existence of racism, is to use a racist slur.
That's my... well, Emma's friend, really. Marcus. He's a VAVA student as well.
Alright, we need to show him our timesheet so that we get paid.
Here you are, my timesheet.
Don't say that word too loud, sweetheart. You're killing me. What?
So...
Finished?
Thanks?
Oh, you ain't getting it now. Next week, honey. I write down this amount in my ledger. You're quitting?
I can quit.
Damn, woman. You know how hard it is to find people to take...
Just as much...
All right. Jesus.
$375, Stanley. Cash.
Oh, sure. Cash.
$375 is barely enough to, like, for an apartment
I pay
today.
You guys way too much.
Thank you, Stanley.
Fine, sure. Whatever.
I'm hoping that we can get through
I mean
some of Chapter 2.
You free tonight? Wanna pull a shit?
No.
Plans?
Let's take some bread. Oh, that's right. He said that the poster...
Roma Gallery presents Growing Pains. An exhibition by and for kids and teenagers.
Oh, that is interesting.
Could this be what Cortez was talking about? Where kids visualize their dreams? I think this may be it. I never say no to a couple.
Let's see. Stop it.
It's the address. The gallery's located near the Watertown Bridge. It's all the way over in West Venice, if I remember.
Oh, we're gonna have to use public transport.
Settle this one for us, April. When did Roindale...
04, right after the Morning Star exile, those sons of bitches.
With blood on their boots.
You said 03.
I was closer than you. 07, and you call yourself a fan.
I don't.
Did you speak with Zach today?
Why?
He was upset. Called you a stuck-up bitch.
That sounds like Zach.
He what? You gotta be kidding me. I wasn't even that rude to him.
He thinks so. So that even if you came crawling to his door, he wouldn't give you the time of day. Said you called him an asshole.
Yes.
Oh, God. I really don't know when to shut my mouth, do I?
Who cares? It's Zach. He hates you, so what? No great loss.
He acts like a Zach. Jesus.
So what else is going on? What are you doing this afternoon?
Actually, I came by to see if I could find Cortez.
What's with you and this guy? You'd rather spend time with him than us?
I have to find out what the message means.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything except what I already told you. Ask Charlie. He spoke with Cortez earlier.
What are you doing?
I'm staying here. What else? I'm meeting a friend later, but that's not until 9. We're waiting for Isabel and then we're gonna eat. But I guess you're not hungry.
No.
Figures. I don't know why I even bother asking.
Who's this? Don't tell.
Are you gonna tell me I shouldn't?
No.
Well, I wish you would, because you're right. But he's so cute and charming and, you know, very good in bed. I just can't help myself.
I gotta run.
See you around, stranger.
It's like, I think one of the Mass Effect, or the first Mass Effect game, bragged about how it had like 9 novels worth of dialogue.
It's kind of unsettling to be so aware of myself.
And like, I think that that's a really like weird way to like emphasize the dialogue. But because of that, I tend to like skip a lot because I don't want people to just be stuck here forever. Let me see. I think that we can do something about the rubber ducky. The pool toy. Oh, I was afraid that Zach would be up here for another Zach attack. That's probably what he calls it. It's you. Oh, bread. I know what to do here. I have no clue what we would need this rubber ducky for, and neither does April, but she's gonna do it anyway.
Clank?
Now we have a clothesline. A lot of adventure game protagonists have a kleptomania / autistic tendencies.
I know that duck. Bon voyage, ducky!
Oh, that is actually cute. Bye! Like that one we played where you had to poison a dog. I should elaborate on that. It wasn't like you didn't kill the dog. You just gave it like gave it like a diuretic pill and its dog biscuit to make it pee. But it is still poisoning a dog. And it is still ultimately a dog that's not yours. Still no clue what we...
Can you say Death Star?
I don't think it looks like the Death Star at all.
Let's blow this thing and go home. Look at the size of that thing. Use the Force, Luke.
I don't think so, April. Aw. We did that to get a Band-Aid. Wait, what is this? What is going on?
Man, those guys are in trouble. Don't they know that skateboarding is strictly prohibited in Newport?
Why is he putting... They're getting a gun shoved in their face for skateboarding? I didn't even notice this before. They're getting it like an assault rifle pointed at them. Holy shit. Why did they make that kid black? Didn't even notice that before.
Man, those guys are in trouble. Don't they know that skateboarding is strictly prohibited?
I think that's just a background thing, and I'm also not going to get involved. Hey girl, I like your gangster pose.
Uh-oh. I have to get scanned. Jumping gates in the Newport subway is a corporate offense liable to get me 5 years behind bars, if I'm lucky. I'll get a weekly pass, just in case.
We have to get our DNA scan to get a subway pass?
It's a small camera. They already pushed the button. It's a small camera.
Oh wait, I think it's looking for my cash card.
$15 subtracted from cash card. You are now free to travel on all Metroline subways for exactly 1 week. And remember, genetic forgery is a federal crime. Keep your genes clean. Have a nice day.
Yeah. I mean, the longer I've been alive, the more that I'm fairly certain that maybe that's a bit pessimistic, but I'm not confident that I'm not confident that the world isn't going to end in my lifetime. So the 23rd century seems kind of quaint of a setting. I think that was the train we needed to go to. It's like that episode of like Doctor Who. This is a couple years ago when they had a female doctor, and one of the episodes was just a big screed against global warming, and it was trying to like make a big message of it, and it was specifically like trying to aim the message at Zoomers and younger millennials, when the people that already know about global warming and that there's nothing they can do about it. Is that guy a blow-up doll? Or is
The
that...
screen really is ubiquitous. There's no escape anywhere.
Where do we need to go? Okay. I don't trust drummers after Gabriel Knight.
Hello, sir? Sir? I'll just leave my ticket here then, shall I? Yes. Yes, I guess I'll do that. It's a pointy-edged swan. It's a short, nude creature with a snout. Very inspiring.
Oh, there he is. Is he? Okay, no, he is wearing a shirt.
About time you showed up.
About time? I spent more than...
Mira, this painting. Right here. Look.
You brought me all the way down here to look at a painting?
Yes.
This is some like 90s ass art. This is like
just look
the kind of art that was on the old Vertigo comics. And I stand by that assessment.
Who's the artist?
A boy named Warren Hughes. Not so long ago, I knew him and his family quite well, but he does not paint anymore.
It's nice work.
It's very nice, but there's more to it than nice. Keep looking.
That was one of the funnest parts of the
What do you see?
Of the Grant Morrison Doom Patrol was looking at the covers. A lot of books also like took that kind of experimental style, and even though I wasn't old enough to have I'm not old enough to really remember the 90s. I do have a nostalgia for that style. Let's see. See a statement on loss.
I see a statement on loss. The guy, he's hugging a girl, and
Is he?
by all rights, he should be happy, but he's not.
Statements?
I see.
And?
They're probably...
Yes. Forget the story. What do you see?
I see...
That's all you see?
I see art.
Art, yes.
What?
Truth?
Truth. Exactly.
How can a painting have a soul?
It has a soul because it has an identity. It has a heart. The memory of this painting will survive beyond this moment.
Cortez, if you're trying to fuck, you could just say so.
Become part of the tapestry of your subconscious. It has made a lasting impression on you, and you're not quite sure
This
why.
is not that much better than
It's
what
just
Zach
a painting
does.
by some kid. It's not as if it's a Picasso or a Monet.
Now you're arguing technique. Not every painting by Van Gogh or Michelangelo is real art either, although they all demonstrate great technique and craftsmanship. And the scribbled drawings of a 5-year-old child are rarely technically impressive, but they may still have a soul. They may still be real art.
So you're saying real art is not defined by the skill of the artist? Then what is art? If just anybody can create something more real than artists who've spent their entire lives developing their skills?
Art is still the work of artists. And for something to be real, to be truthful, the artist must shift part of him or herself into the work to transcend the illusion and reach for the truth of art.
And what is the truth of art?
Who knows? I've been asking myself that question for years.
Excuse me? You don't even know? And what's all this about all the questions and lectures on truth and illusion? For that matter, why did you ask me to come down here in the first place?
Because...
Actually, you didn't even ask me to come down. I spent my entire afternoon...
You saw something this afternoon.
How the hell...
It's as plain as my point about there is both truth and illusion in dream.
You're telling me my...
I'm telling you there are things if...
Well, that...
Good.
No, there are things, but no.
Está bien. I understand you...
What?
Meet me tomorrow.
Not again.
But you will. Because you are compelled to do so by your own curiosity.
No.
What a...
No.
Ay, Dios mío. Is that the...
I said...
Goodbye.
Man. I will say... There was something that I was going to say about the next generation. And I'm not here to debate the virtues of New Trek, but I am here to get into a little bit of spoilers. Let me pull it up. Well, have you watched season 2 of Picard? Because in the 5th episode, they of Next Generation, rather, I think it's the 5th episode, they end up in this place where their like imagination becomes reality. And Picard ends up seeing his mother, and the revelations about that, about his mother that are given in Picard do actually make this hit harder, in my opinion. Walk a little bit over here. Actually, it would be a good time to save too. And I actually defend... Yes. And I actually defend that part. To get a little more explicit, Picard spent his... basically... Because Picard in this picture is older than his mom was when she died. Like, she was like 40 something. So he never saw her as an older woman. So that does hit harder. And I will actually defend that part of Picard season 2. I think that part works really well. Primarily because as a kid, I had a somewhat similar experience. Luckily, my mom lived. But Picard grew up thinking that his dad was abusive to his mom, when in reality she was mentally ill and refusing to seek treatment for it. So all his dad knew how to do was just lock her in a room when she was having a psychotic episode. And that's not to elicit pity, but that's not dissimilar from stuff that happened in my childhood. So that might be more of a your mileage may vary, but I think that part was actually well done in Picard. Man, why did they have comic book guy manning the desk? Nah. Well, I mean, thank you. But, I wouldn't be talking about it if I wasn't. If I wasn't reasonably okay about it at this point. That was 20 years ago. In general, I think that season is kind of weak. You can kind of tell that season 2 of Picard is they made season 2 because they fired the showrunner, the original showrunner, and so they didn't really know what to do. I mean, I get that they were...
Rust is the very definition of Venetian architecture.
I mean, the similarities to Star Trek 4, the one with the whales, is cool, but I feel like they rely on that similarity a little too much. I did have the pleasure of watching Star Trek 4 recently, and that's probably my second favorite of the original series movies, where they go back in time and save the whales, and they have a silly adventure. I believe we said that we were not going to work tonight, so we're just going to hang out here. Oh, it's that Mickey person that she was talking about.
What's going on, Mickey?
Well, the water's been fixed, so you can take a hot shower if you want.
I smell that bad?
No,
Thanks, Mickey.
Yeah.
I heard... Did she tell you that?
As if your screaming wasn't enough.
I'm sorry.
Good luck. Fine.
I will say, because in Star Trek 4, there's that,
It's a chair.
Yeah. Well, they also gave... They gave, like, this, engineer, like... like a formula for, like, transparent aluminum. Possibly decades before it was invented. I don't actually know if transparent aluminum is real now that I think about it, but I did like because in Star Trek 4 there was that part where a Spock nerve pinches that punk that was listening to his rock music, and that guy is actually in Picard season 2, and he doing basically the same thing 40 years later. Except he actually learned his lesson, and when one of them asks him to turn off his music, he does it because he doesn't want that to happen again. But Star Trek 4 is just low-key, like, really funny throughout. And, I think that movie is... I think that's the last that we actually see of Saavik. They kind of didn't really know what to do with her after Kirstie Alley left. Let me see what I'm... let me try to figure out what we were trying to do here. Apparently there's deleted scenes in 4 that establish that Saavik is actually pregnant. Because Spock was going through Pon farr at Star Trek 3, and I'm glad that they cut that out, because that's just uncomfortable for everybody, because he was a teenager.
The omnipresent screen. I don't pretend to know how it works, but all the data apparently passes through tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension.
What?
You know, that really freaks me out when I think about it.
April, that's not how TV works.
It's our screen. It's a chair. Have you been sitting here all day?
Pretty much.
It's been upset. Well,
I feel like
that's how I've been feeling.
Excuse.
What do you want?
Nothing. Yeah,
no.
That's what.
Can I?
Nice.
Right, we need to sit down and watch TV. Okay. There was a Vulcan in Star Trek 6 who is part of the conspiracy, and that was originally supposed to be Savick. And that actually does make sense on paper, that she would be against making peace with the Klingons after what happened in Star Trek 3, but I get why they decided against doing that. Are we in the Shire? What just happened? What? You guys saw that? I'm talking to them. You guys saw that too, right?
I've got to find Cortez and get him to explain what the hell's going on. Insane or not, he's the only person I can talk to about this.
Did those two women have nothing to say about that? Oh, there's a diary. Okay. Oh, hey, this was actually on my birthday. Now it's the day after my birthday. July 28th, represent. Are we gonna... Fiona, do you want to talk about what just happened? Or... Yeah.
Good morning. Please tell me last night was a dream, April.
I don't know what it was.
I wish there was an explanation.
Weird things have been happening.
I have no...
What
little things and noises. And once... This was very early in the morning, mind. A few days...
Scared?
You're telling me, Doc.
She saw Atlantis, apparently.
Have you... No, Doc. Do you have... Sorry, he could be any...
Who'd know?
Perhaps Zach. He is, after all, the self...
Great. Zach. My very best friend in the whole wide world.
Fuck Zach.
Could certainly, Doc.
Thanks. I have to take care...
I should get paid to talk to Zach.
I never imagined I'd be doing this in a million years.
If Cortez just, told us where we could find him, we wouldn't have to talk to Zach.
Well, what do you know? The princess comes knocking after all.
Let's not be super
Don't
aggressive
get your
right
hopes
off the
up.
bat.
I think you're the one who's got her hopes up, babe. And you better hope I don't slam this door in your face.
Just do me one favor first, okay?
Oh, give me a reason to, babe.
A reason? You want a reason? Okay. What about a date?
Yeah. Good. Tonight.
Sure. Tonight. I'll meet you at the... Pavilion, was it?
And, are you gonna put out?
Whoa.
What?
I mean, if I'm gonna use my VIP passes and my pills, babe, I just gotta know if it'll be worth it.
We'll see, Zach.
Just don't do a Houdini and vanish on me, babe. If you're a no-show and I wait around for you all
April,
night,
you don't.
I end up looking like an asshole.
April, he
and that wouldn't
waived
make
the
you very
right
happy.
to...
I'll be a good girl and show.
Smart. So, what do you want to know?
He waived the right to have her actually show up when he did that. I'm sorry.
You know where
Cortez, yeah?
Don't be ridiculous.
Whatever. Hey, like I give a shit? You're with me tonight, and by tomorrow morning, I don't think you'll find that old creep so appealing anymore.
So, where's Cortez?
When he's not
I
outside
am
reading or whatever the
astonished
hell he
that this
does.
man does not have
He's
a
usually at the
fedora.
Mercury Theater. They show old movies on real size.
Where's this theater?
I don't remember the street it's on. It's been ages since I was there. It's close to the Radio Power building. Actually, if you're not too busy, you could pick up something for us to watch tonight. Something really
Zach.
filthy.
Zach, I don't think...
Hey, whatever. I was just
It's okay.
kidding, yeah?
We were probably
Hey, you got a
gonna
major
end
bug
soon
up your
anyway.
ass.
But
Get a fucking
it's
sense
always
of
a
humor,
pleasure,
yeah?
Blackstone.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the
Even
tip.
though it was kind of a weird,
and the
aimless
info.
stream, but
Just be at the pavilion by 10, okay?
just
I
gonna
don't
wait
like
for the
waiting around for
conversation to
babies
end.
like
And,
you.
I do actually
Got
have
a
an
million
appointment,
better things
so
to do.
I think that would be a good
It
time.
wouldn't be a good idea for you to ditch me. Not a good idea at all.
Thank you. Everybody, take it easy and stay safe.